On March 4th, 1905, Washington, D.C. erupted in celebration for Theodore Roosevelt's inauguration. And for the first time, you are about to see it as few ever have. Forget dry history books. We've unearthed incredible rare footage and forgotten pictures of that monumental day. Witness the grand parade, the cheering crowds, and the powerful moment TR took his oath. This isn't just history. It's a living, breathing experience you absolutely have to see to believe. So don't scroll, because you are about to step back in time. Theodore Roosevelt, the energetic and popular Rough Rider who unexpectedly became president after McKinley's death, was now set to begin his first full term. Washington, D.C. was buzzing with excitement. This wasn't just another inauguration. It was a grand celebration for a president who had captured the nation's imagination. Thousands flocked to the Capitol, filling hotels and lining the street, eager to witness history. The weather on March 4th, 1905 was crisp, perfect for the massive outdoor spectacle. The atmosphere was electric. A sense of optimism and American spirit filled the air as the city prepared to honor its dynamic leader. Theodore Roosevelt, known for his love of the outdoors and his adventurous spirit, arrived at the Capitol in a carriage, but he wasn't alone. Surrounding his carriage was a truly special escort, a mounted group of his legendary Rough Riders. These were the brave volunteers he had led during the Spanish-American War, a symbol of his gift and daring. Seeing them ride and walk alongside their former commander, now president, must have been an incredible sight for the crowds. It shows his connection to the common man and his military heroism. The carriage made its way through the cheering crowd, escorted not only by the Rough Riders, but also by Secret Service agents and detectives, ensuring the president's safety on this grand public day. The main event took place at the east side of the U.S. Capitol. This grand setting, with its towering columns, provided a majestic backdrop for the president to take his oath of office. Chief Justice Melville Fuller administered the presidential oath. As TR stood there taking the oath, he wore a very special, deeply personal item, a ring of Abraham Lincoln's that contained a locket of Lincoln's hair. This is an incredible piece of jewelry that was a gift from John Hay, Roosevelt's Secretary of State, who had served as Lincoln's personal secretary years before. Lincoln was one of Roosevelt's great heroes, and wearing that ring was a powerful silent tribute to the president he admired so deeply. It symbolized a connection to the past and the heavy weight of the presidency. John Hay originally was given the ring by Mrs. Lincoln. I believe the ring is now part of the Sagamore Hill National Historical Site collection, which is Roosevelt's home in Oyster Bay, New York. Fun fact, it is thought that this is 7-year-old Teddy and Elliott Roosevelt watching Lincoln's funeral procession from their grandfather's window in New York City in 1865. Elliott Roosevelt is TR's younger brother and father of First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt. FDR and Eleanor Roosevelt were fifth cousins once removed. After taking the oath, Roosevelt delivered his inaugural address. His speech focused on the themes of American strength, responsibility, and the nation's place in the world. He spoke about past successes and stated that future achievements would only come with hard work. He emphasized that strong nations like the U.S. should not be feared by weak nations, but also that America will not tolerate aggression. He touched on the importance of good relationships with other countries, but stressed that the relationships amongst Americans were even more vital. TR also acknowledged the new challenges brought by the industrial age, problems that the founding fathers couldn't have foreseen, and called for Americans to face these issues with the same spirit of determination as those who built the nation. It was a speech that looked both to the past for inspiration and to the future with resolve. While Roosevelt likely projected his voice as well as possible, many in the crowd, particularly those further away, probably didn't hear a word of his inauguration speech. Newspaper accounts had to communicate the speech to the public. Following the oath and speech, the magnificent inaugural parade unfolded along Pennsylvania Avenue. This parade was truly a massive event involving over 35,000 participants and lasting more than 3 hours. It was designed to showcase the diversity and strength of the American nation. The parade included a mix of military might, West Point cadets, Naval Academy midshipmen, and various other soldiers and sailors. Alongside was a vibrant display of civilian groups. Amongst the most talked about participants were cowboys from the Dakotas and other western states, led by figures like Zeth Bullock from Deadwood, South Dakota, who symbolized the rugged spirit of the American West. Fun fact: one of the most surprising and controversial participants in the parade was the famed Apache warrior, Geronimo, along with 5 other Native American chiefs. Their presence sparked debate, but Roosevelt reportedly said he wanted to give the people a good show. It was a powerful, if complex, visual statement about the changing face of America. The parade also featured coal miners, students, and various civilian bands, making it one of the most diverse inaugurations in memory. To mark this momentous occasion, a special inaugural medal was designed. The beautiful bronze medal featured Roosevelt's profile on one side and an eagle in ancient Egyptian style on the other, symbolizing strength and a square deal for every man, which is a famous slogan of Roosevelt's. These commemorative pieces are now prized historical items. Recently, a Mint State Example grade MS66 was sold for $2,640. Fun fact: the Secret Service officially began protecting the president in 1901, following the assassination of President William McKinley. While the agency had been involved informally for part-time protection previously, McKinley's death led to a formal request, and the establishment of full-time presidential protection. The Secret Service was founded as a bureau within the Department of the Treasury because they were originally created to combat counterfeiting in 1865. As of 2003 and after 9/11, they were transferred to the newly established Department of Homeland Security. From the thundering hooves of the Rough Riders to the quiet power of Lincoln's ring, Theodore Roosevelt's 1905 inauguration was a spectacle unlike any other for its time. What surprised you the most about this historical event? Let us know in the comments. Thank you for joining us today. We invite you to watch all our videos from famous funerals to diving into the archives to find generations of history.